Good morning and thank you for joining us for Focus on South Texas. As the holiday season approaches, it's not always a time of joy for some people. The colder months bring isolation or missing loved ones that won't be at the table this year. The Out of Darkness Walks and Survivor Day are just some of the ways the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention South Texas chapter is supporting those during these tough times. And here to tell us more is Board Chair Julia Hewitt and Board Member and Survivor Day Chair Jennifer Solis. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Jennifer, Thanksgiving around the corner and the winter holidays will be here soon. How does some people navigate this time of year?
So navigating suicide loss is very complex all year round, but when the holidays come around, that can definitely be more triggering. Not having your loved ones there, there's definitely some more emotions and feelings that go into grieving suicide loss, and it's different every year, whether you're in year 1 or year 20 of experiencing your loss. You're still navigating that journey. So it's so important to have people in your life that support you, whether that's friends, family, even colleagues, coworkers, and to be comfortable with expressing, your feelings, and to, if you yourself need that help, while you're navigating your loss during your holidays. And also something that my family and I do is we still include our loved one in our holiday traditions. They're never going to be forgotten, and so we still include her in all of our celebrations that we have.
And Jennifer and Julie, I hear that Survivor Day is on November 22nd. Tell us about this and how viewers can participate.
Yeah, so Survivor Day is specifically for suicide loss survivors only, and it's strategically planned for the Saturday before Thanksgiving because, as we mentioned, the holidays can definitely be very triggering and a lot harder when you've experienced a suicide loss. So we like to have that day to have loss survivors come out to be able to express their grief and have an outlet for that, and also just being in that sense of community among other lost survivors really helps you to feel supported. It helps you to really understand that what you're feeling is normal in the process for suicide loss grief. So we have a whole day planned where we bring loss survivors together, and it's any type of loss. So it could be a loved one or it can be a friend that you lost, right? Where you don't exclude anybody. We have a keynote speaker come out and speak about how you can navigate your loss and your grief through the holidays. We have a memorial video. We have special videos from National AFSP that we share that highlights a family going through suicide loss as well. We have local survivors share their stories, and it's a really great opportunity to speak about your loved one that you've lost, because as someone who's experienced a suicide loss in their family, you don't always have that opportunity to talk about them amongst people and in a safe place where you can share those memories with people who understand what you're going through. And then we close the day doing a special memorial visual project so that our attendees have something that they can take home with them for the holidays so that they can memorialize their loved one.
I love that. And you brought that up. I mean, I think some families and some friends, they may feel like they're bottling things up inside, and they definitely, they want to talk about it, but sometimes they just don't know how, or how can I express this, or who do I express this to? And to have, people that are feeling the same way and that are navigating through this as well is probably in a way comforting to them as well, I would think.
Yes, absolutely. I remember attending my first Survivor Day, and I almost backed out at the last minute, but I'm so glad that I went. And I went by myself, that first year, and I met so many people there that I connected with, that I'm still connected with to today, where we support each other, being in the survivor loss community. And I really learned some ways that really helped me that first year in navigating through the holidays.
And talk to us about what resources does AFSP offer to help people to deal with loss?
I can take that. You know, we, in addition to Survivor Day, there is an entire kind of pillar around this, and we call it the Loss and Healing Programs. And so it's anything from helping your loved one who attempted and survived the attempt to kind of move on and how to care for them, to helping those with a recent loss find community, like Jennifer was mentioning. We have healing conversations where they can call on a peer with a similar or the same loss and have a conversation around those early experiences, find resources for connection, and advance their healing. So that Survivor Day, our community walks are a huge way for people to connect. We've held one in the RGV, we've held one in San Antonio. We're going to continue throughout the year with the walks that provides kind of that sense of connection, and of course, the community partners. So one huge one is Solos. That's a local support group, and we partner with them very, very closely. They come to our walks, they come to Survivor Day, and we always refer to them in that quest of finding connection and understanding.
Yeah, and Julia, tell us more about the Out of Darkness walks that happen across South Texas. What was the turnout like in San Antonio and the Rio Grande Valley?
Wonderful turnout. They grow by the year. You know, we started having the walks in the valley in Harlingen this year, continued the tradition. It was held in September, right around September was National Suicide Prevention Month. And then the walk was well attended. The community really comes together in fundraising and support. And it's nice because all the local kind of aspects of experience are represented. The mayor comes out, the city officials support it, the sheriff's department, the police department, the school districts, the major employers in the area. So it's just a really nice kind of well-rounded community event that we're going to continue. Definitely is in need of volunteers as always. We have a chapter board member there, and she's always looking for support and community. And then in San Antonio, that's just our signature event. We're very proud of it. It's grown by leaps and bounds as well. About 1,800 individuals, about 30 vendors and community partners. All of the major employers in the San Antonio area this year are represented and are participating. So we're just, we love watching it grow. We love watching how people come together and turn, their trauma into sense of community and healing and connection.
And, but before we go, I think it's also important to mention for those that are in need of immediate help. I mean, there are some people that, they need that help immediately. What is the best way for them to go about that?
988. They are our national partner. They are the service that covers pretty much any crisis. And our partners at 988 are very clear. You can call us, you can text us, you can chat with us anytime for any reason. It doesn't have to be a suicide attempt. It can be, and they should contact 988. But it could be a stressful event. It could be other mental health crises that folks go through. It could be around substance use and those types of experiences. So anything and everything where a mental health crisis is present, 988 would be a great resource.
All right. Well, Julia and Jennifer, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.